Tan solo portaba un cartel en el que expresaba su desacuerdo con el transgenerismo en menores de edad. Sin embargo, fue tratado como un criminal, con la excusa de que estaba molestando a los transeúntes. Mira el video y comenta si te parece que el centro comercial que solicitó que se retirara a este hombre es progre. Y dime por qué crees que la policía no arrestó a este otro hombre que sí estaba cometiendo el acto en cuestión frente a ellos.
Okay. Relevant legislation in which I've issued the ticket. Obstructing or unreasonably disturb any person lawfully using them. Okay, so I've been told that my prohibited activity is that I'm obstructing or unreasonably disturbing any person lawfully using a mall. I have absolutely done no such thing. I was standing quietly.
You should get a fucking job and, move on with your life,
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So this guy that just came up to harass me, he's using that as an example of me obstructing people.
The next step from here
Yeah.
is that we can issue an oral compliance direction, which under our local laws means that you have to cease the activity and possibly move on from the area. All right?
I'm not obstructing or unreasonably disturbing anyone. Did we witness that just now, officer? That man came up to me to harass me. He's citing that as an example of me obstructing someone. Did that look like obstruction to you when that man came up to harass me?
All right. So,
Yeah.
in my opinion, as an authorised person, under the Public Land and Council Assets Local Law 2014, Section 59, I am now officially requesting you to stop what you're doing and leave the area for a period of 24 hours. All right. Failure to comply with that now may involve the police. All right. And they are authorised, assisting us as authorised officers under the City of Brisbane Act 2010 to remove you from the area.
All right.
All right.
Well, I have not obstructed anyone. So
at this point,
this
I'm
is
requesting you to cease
a
and
fault.
move on from the area.
So are you going to leave the area?
I'm not leaving.
Okay. So as you've been directed, I'm actually cited to Shangle for Brisbane City Police Station, so you've been directed that you need to leave, stop doing what you're doing. You're currently obstructing the mall area, which has its laws that do not permit this activity. Okay, so we would now require you to leave the area.
Okay. So I've read the law and I'm being told that I was obstructing people from their movement, which is not true. And I'm not disturbing anyone. I stand quietly, having conversations with people who approach me. And so I don't believe I'm in violation of that.
You are obstructing people, okay? So at this
How am I obstructing people?
it's been explained to you, okay?
Oh, that
So
was a lie, but
do you
yeah.
want to grab your things and leave?
No, I'm not leaving.
Okay.
So we
All
now
right,
have
so-
an hour.
To arrest you.
Okay.
So we would much rather just
Just
move you on from
Yeah.
here and not have to arrest you.
Yeah.
the mall area where these laws prevail, you just need to leave this area.
You know what? I'm a man of principle and I'd be violating my principles if I were to move right now. I appreciate that you have a difficult job. I'm a great fan of police, but I'm also a man of principle and I'm not going to move.
If you're not, then you'd be charged with obstruction. It's just, I don't
So-
know why you would take that route over just leaving.
So you're going to criminally charge me?
Yes, but I'm telling you now,
Mhm.
no one wants to under these circumstances, whether we're
And so what happens?
against your cause.
And so what happens after that?
What do you mean what happens after that?
I get arrested.
Yeah.
I get criminally charged.
Then we'd have to remove you from here.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
you have to, I know that you've got your cause and you want to make a scene and you want to.
No, I don't want to make a scene,
Well,
which is why I stood out of the way
But you
over
have
by
a
that
mall
pole.
area which has these
It's a public street.
restrictions. This is a mall area that has its own bylaws that everybody has to comply with.
Yeah. And the issue is,
We don't have any issue with you going literally,
out of the
100, 200 metres in any direction, and you're all good. It's just in the Queen Street Mall area, they have legislation which prevents this from occurring.
We've had multiple people come up and complain to us about your sign. Okay?
well, that's not what the legislation is about.
I understand.
It's not about
That's fine.
complaining about a sign.
But that's.
It's about
it's
obstructing
explained
people.
To you why you've been given that.
So if I had
I
a
don't want to keep going around in circles.
if I had a sign that said Australia is a magnificent country and that offended somebody, would then I also be in violation of that law?
I'm not going to play silly buggers with you. You've been told.
So it's only because of this message that I'm being arrested here.
Because how do you know
Because all sorts of people have been here with signs and he's never had to deal with this.
against that sign? You have no idea. He's doing his job. We're doing our job. It's got nothing to do with what you're doing.
I wasn't obstructing anyone. So what happens? I get arrested, I get criminally charged with,
A formal move on direction.
so I get criminally charged with what? What's the actual charge?
So, as the sergeant said, she's going to give you an official move on direction,
Mhm.
okay, which will be for the more. If you don't comply with that move on direction, then you'll be charged with contravening that direction. Okay, so that will be the charge.
Is that a criminal charge?
What do you mean by a criminal charge?
Does this carry a criminal record with it?
Yeah,
Like, is this,
that's you go.
or is
through
this
court.
just some municipal fine
You
thing?
go through court, and whatever the magistrate decides to do with that,
Mhm.
is up to the magistrate.
There's your ID back.
And so what happens if I don't move? I go to jail?
And so if you fail to comply with that move on direction, you may be arrested for contravening that direction.
I'm a man of integrity and truth, and it is not true that I was obstructing anyone. And I don't think I can, in good conscience, yield to this act of authoritarianism when it's based on lies, and I'm not
So
comfortable
are you
moving.
not going to comply with that?
No.
No? Okay, all right.
So-
So,
We're going to head that way then. I'm going to use reasonable force, whether I need it for hands or not.
All right.
Down that way.
Can I carry my phone with me?
That'd be great. Carry your own phone, great.
All
You
right.
don't have to touch your things, and that works.
I'm being arrested.
Es preocupante cómo ciertas empresas han abandonado su rol de ofrecer productos y servicios para convertirse en promotores agresivos de una agenda ideológica. Lo que comienza como inclusión genuina, termina siendo discriminación encubierta. Empleados o clientes son señalados, acosados o incluso despedidos simplemente por estar cerca de estos negocios, no por causar daño, sino por no alinearse con dogmas progresistas. Ahora incluso hacia aquellos que están en desacuerdo con esta agenda y protestan cerca a sus negocios, a pesar de que estos están en un lugar abierto al público. ¿Dónde quedó el respeto a la libertad individual? Una cafetería no debería juzgar a quien espera en la acera frente a su local. Una tienda no puede imponer sus creencias a transeúntes que ni siquiera son clientes. El verdadero pluralismo acepta que existen distintas posturas, no que una sea superior moralmente. Cuando el activismo reemplaza al sentido común, las empresas pierden de vista su propósito: servir a todos, no solo a los que piensan como ellos. El consumidor merece respeto, no adoctrinamiento. ¿Y tú qué opinas? Déjamelo saber en los comentarios. Con esto finaliza el video. Si te gustó, no olvides darle like, comentar y compartir. Y si disfrutas este tipo de contenido, suscríbete a mi canal. Tengo más videos que podrían interesarte. Gracias por tu apoyo. Nos vemos en el próximo video.